Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to cook chicken prawn Alfredo. So this is a bit on the different side, so a little bit of a twist. So this one isn't as saucy as a normal Alfredo, but it's got the sauce in there, it's more thickened. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. So here we have half an onion, I've got about 8 cloves of garlic, 1 tomato, coriander, so we normally get like a batch, so I put half a batch in there. Depends how much you like it, so a good amount is good. I'll probably say about 1 cup, 1.5 cups. Got prawns, we've got turkey rashers, obviously the noodles there, and I've got the chicken as well, so it's going to be a mix of those. So we're going to get the pan hot. I'm going to add some garlic infused oil, so it's with extra virgin oil, olive oil. So we're going to add about 2 tablespoons, or 1.5. So about that much, so just let that heat up. So I previously just heated the wok up and then added the oil, so you can see it's sizzling. So what I'm going to do is add some turkey rashers. So what I'm going to do is add half, so one for the prawns when I cook the prawns, and the other will be for the chicken, so the flavour goes in. So add about half of that. I'm going to let that cook for a bit. And then just close the lid, because the oil is going to be spitting everywhere, so you don't really want to have too much mess. So you're going to let that cook for like about a minute or so, and then I'm going to add the prawns. So then what happens is the prawns is going to absorb the flavouring from the turkey rashers as well, so it gives it a nice taste. And also I'm going to add some garlic to it. So I'm just going to let that cook for a bit. So it's about medium heat. So I'll put about 4 on the electric cookers. So that should be enough time. And then add some garlic. And then I'm going to put the prawns in. So I'm going to put on 5, so about medium to high heat. And just let this cook up for a bit. So I'm going to change it because you will see the change of the colour on the prawns. So I'm just going to wait for that. What I normally like to do is add some chili flakes as well to give it a little bit of a spice. So chili flakes there, so I just add a bit of that. So that should do it. So what I'm going to do is do the same thing as well for when I put the chicken in as well. So this way you have a nice kick and it's not going to be that spicy either. So just turn it around. So for the turkey rashers, what I've done is I've done 10 slices. And obviously then half it for the prawns, and then when I mix it with the chicken as well, so that we both get the nice flavours. So just gonna so I'm just gonna let that cook for a bit, and then I'm gonna be back once it's changed colours a bit. So you'll see it's starting to change colour. So obviously even with the turkey rasher they're going to change to a dark brown colour, and you want the prawns to be like a light brown as well, like a brownish tint to it. So I'm just going to cook that for another couple of more minutes. And obviously it doesn't have to be overcooked because we're going to add these once we add the sauce. Okay, so I've mixed it around and the prawns are now done, so you can see there. I'm going to put this into a separate plate. Then I'm going to use the same pan to cook the chicken. So it doesn't matter if you can't get all of it out, it doesn't really matter. So now we're going to do the same thing, but this time for the chicken. So about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of the oil. My oil just finished. There we go. And now what we're going to do is add the turkey rashers. And same thing again. Just let it cook for a few seconds in there. Otherwise everything's just going to go flying out. So you'd rather have the inside. So then what we're going to do is add the chicken afterwards. So I'm just going to let a few minutes, a few seconds to cook, because they don't take too long. So then what I'm going to do is now add the garlic. You can see it's started to cook. So obviously make sure you keep some garlic for when you're doing the onion part. So that much should do the trick. There you go. So I've still got a bit of garlic left. And now I'm going to add the chicken. So now the garlic and the rashers are going to have more taste to the chicken now. I can add more taste. So you don't want to overcook them. So what I'm going to do is add some chili flakes. So you get some nice spice on the chicken. It's not going to be that much, but you have a nice amount. And then just add some salt and pepper. And I'm going to add a bit of salt here. Taking chicken, and then a bit of pepper. It's about 1 teaspoon of salt and about half a teaspoon of pepper. So you can do the same for the prawns as well. Add the salt and pepper, which I have done. So I'm going to let that cook for just another few more seconds because that is nearly cooked, as you can see there. So the chicken is now ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm transfer this onto where I put the prawns. So I'm just going to just separate it anyway. Doesn't really matter. So that's now ready. So just put that in the side. So now what we're going to do is add a bit more oil and just let that cook up a bit. So about another 2 tablespoons. Yeah. There you go. So not too much, about less than. That's how much I've put. So I'm just going to let that heat up. So the oil has now heated up. So what I'm going to do is now add half the onion, the garlic clove, and the tomato. So that's 1 full tomato. So I did want to quickly mention that if you're not into the garlic that much, you can put a little bit for this part and not for the chicken or the prawns if you don't like the garlics. but obviously the garlic, you get a nice flavour, and it's not actually overpowering, so it will be nice. So I'm just going to let that cook for a bit. So once it softens up a bit, then I'll come back. So make sure you're obviously just turning around so that it doesn't burn. So you just want to make it to get a little bit soft so it doesn't feel crunchy when you're actually eating it. That's the whole idea. So just want to let that cook for a bit more. And for the cream, this is what I'll be using. So I've got MLE whipping, so it's the whipping cream, so 2 of those. That's be more than enough, or 2 cups, but I've seen just 2 of these is more than enough. So I'll be using that one next. And obviously coriander, or you can use parsley, so it's up to you. Coriander I feel like gives a bit more nice flavouring to it. And you probably need 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. So I've got 2 bags of these, so I'll be using that. So you're just going to cook it for a bit more and before I put the cream in, because it is important to have this soften up a bit. The good thing as well is this is a 1 pan cooking as well, so you don't need no extra pans. Do everything in 1 pan, so that way you've got all the flavours still on the pan. And now when you've got the onions added there, you've got still the remaining oils from cooking all the other prawns and the chicken with the turkey rashers. So that's going to give it a nice flavour into it. So I'm just going to let this cook for another few more minutes, and then I'm going to start adding the cream. So this is now softened up a bit now. So what I'm going to do is add the cream. So I'm going to quickly grab a spoon. And I'm going to start adding the cream in. So we're going to add both the cream, and then we're going to just let that boil for a bit. You can put this too high now, so it just cooks. So you will want this to just bring it to the boil. So just going to mix it about so the onions don't get overcooked underneath. Okay, so I'm going to let that boil for a bit. So as you can see, it is boiling, so I'm just going to let it boil for another few more minutes. It's just that I want to get the sauce to be a little bit more thicker. So then once I put the noodles in, it will just nicely coat together, and it won't be as much sauce. So this one is going to be a bit more on the less sauce side, because I thought I'd make it a little bit more different, have a little twist to it. Still an Alfredo, but obviously with less sauce, and that's something that I wanted to do, something different. And hopefully you guys try it out yourself, and obviously do let me know in the comment section below, so I can get your ideas or what you guys think about it. Something nice. I thought I'll just give this one a shot. Instead of doing the very saucy version, I'll just make it less sauce as possible. So I'm just going to let that become thick, so just let it cook for a bit more. So now this is ready, so you can see it's boiled up quite a bit and it's becoming quite thick now. So what we're going to do is add the noodles. I'll put the description in the box below for you guys, so what kind of noodles and everything I am using. So there we go. So this one, I'm just going to let it cook there for a bit. So what we're going to do is now start adding the mixtures of the chicken and the prawns, and obviously the turkey rashers. So now obviously it's going to be cooking a bit more. That's what I was saying, about just about half cooked, so probably about 90% cooked, and now it's going to obviously cook a bit more. so that way it's not overcooked. And now this is the time where you can now add your Parmesan cheese and the coriander or parsley if you wanted to use. So let's just quickly do that. So I'm just going to add the Parmesan cheese. Okay. And then you can add the coriander or parsley, so whichever choice you've made. And now just stir it up. So this is when you're going to be putting it to about medium heat, so you don't want to overcook it. So about medium heat will do the trick. I'm just going to let it cook for a little bit. So make sure you guys are mixing it around so that the Parmesan gets cooked as well, so just nice and cheesy. And you don't want to overcook it so it doesn't go dry, so you want a little bit of like a sauce. You can see it's not too dry, you can see it's a bit, it's like glazing a bit. So switch the electric fire off, so you're ready to serve. So this is the end bit, and now you just gotta try it and see what you think. So I'm just gonna quickly plate this up. So here's the final product. That's how it looks. And it will be nice as well, so please do let me know if you guys do give it a shot, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.